Breaking. Welcome to today's news. Here is the headlines. Fearless Primate Ayodele shocks Tinubu. Exposes how his government is destroying Nigeria's economy. Fearless Primate Ayodele shocks Tinubu. Exposes how his government is destroying Nigeria's economy. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. Primate Elijah Ayodele, the leader of INRI Evangelical Spiritual Church, has strongly criticized President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration for its excessive spending, warning that it is further damaging Nigeria's already fragile economy. In a statement released on Sunday, Primate Ayodele expressed his deep concern over the government's lavish expenditure, which he believes is not only unnecessary but also harmful to the country's economic well-being. The clergyman noted that the government's attitude towards spending is not conducive to economic growth and development, and that it is instead exacerbating the country's economic woes. He emphasized that Nigeria's economy requires careful management and prudent spending rather than reckless and unnecessary expenditure. Primate Ayodele's criticisms comes at a time when Nigeria is facing significant economic challenges, including a high level of debt, inflation, and unemployment. The government's spending habits have been a subject of controversy, with many Nigerians questioning the wisdom of certain expenditures, particularly in light of the country's economic difficulties. The clergyman's statement highlights the need for the government to reassess its spending priorities and to adopt a more frugal approach to managing the country's resources. He urged the government to cut costs and reduce unnecessary expenditure, warning that failure to do so will have dire consequences for Nigeria's economy. Furthermore, Primate Ayodele expressed his disappointment with the government's lack of concern for the welfare of Nigerians, many of whom are struggling to make ends meet. He noted that the government's excessive spending is a clear indication of its priorities, which seem to be focused on satisfying the interest of a select few rather than addressing the needs of the majority. The clergyman's warning is not only a call to action for the government but also a wake-up call for Nigerians to demand more accountability and transparency from their leaders. As the country navigates its economic challenges, it is essential that the government adopt a more responsible and sustainable approach to spending, one that prioritizes the needs of the people and the economy. In conclusion, Primate Ayodele's criticisms of the government's excessive spending is a timely reminder of the need for fiscal responsibility and accountability in governance. It is essential that the government takes heed of this warning and takes concrete steps to address the country's economic challenges, rather than exacerbating them through reckless spending. Primate Elijah Ayodele, the leader of INRI Evangelical Spiritual Church, has strongly criticized President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration for its excessive spending, warning that it is further damaging Nigeria's already fragile economy. In a statement released on Sunday, Primate Ayodele expressed his deep concern over the government's lavish expenditure, which he believes is not only unnecessary but also harmful to the country's economic well-being. The clergyman noted that the government's attitude towards spending is not conducive to economic growth and development, and that it is instead exacerbating the country's economic woes. He emphasized that Nigeria's economy requires careful management and prudent spending rather than reckless and unnecessary expenditure. Now, to my dear listeners, now I've come to the end of